Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis. It is Wednesday, August the 16th. We are halfway through this month. Hopefully, well, I don't know if you've been outside this morning, but it actually was pleasant outside for a change. Humidity dropped a lot, but they say this will only last for one day. We'll be back in the 100s later this afternoon and for the foreseeable future. My co-host knows all well about the Houston weather. Joe Sam joining us. Joe, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you as well, Todd. You are absolutely right about that. It tricked us this morning, but of course, we are ready for some good fall weather. So I'm hoping that we can get past the 100s and into some 80s and 70s, hopefully very soon. But, I'm not going to wish too long.
Right. But, you and I probably are enjoying the fact that we're inside as opposed to on the streets of Houston chasing news stories in 100-degree weather like many of our former colleagues are.
Yes, they are full of sweat, trust me. And they have been complaining to me day in and day out about the heat. So you know it.
Well, we had a little bit of a break this morning. Hopefully this 100-degree heat wave we're in will end sometime in the next few weeks. Hey, we want to thanks everyone who's indoors right now, or maybe if you're mobile watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. We are here every morning, Mondays through Fridays, 10 a.m. when HCC is in session. And Joe, they can also catch us they can rewatch the show in social media anytime and on our cable channel.
Yeah, absolutely. We are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, and YouTube. We're also on X, formerly known as Twitter, LinkedIn, and HCCTV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, just like Todd finished mentioning. So stay inside and watch us. Get out of that heat.
That's right. All right, Joe, stick around because you're going to be interviewing this next guest. Exciting because summer is going to be ending. The fall semester is kicking off, and HCC's Rec Sports is back to tell us about their fall lineup. Tiffany Lane is the program director of HCC's Recreational Sports. Tiffany, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here speaking with you guys today.
Now, I know you guys have a full slate coming up this fall. We're looking forward to hearing from that. So Joe's going to be with you in about 10 minutes. All right, we're going to kick things off our monthly visit with HCC's Police Department. Joining us this month, first time on the show, Lieutenant Andrew Cruz of the Police Department. Lieutenant Cruz, good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Todd.
Now, the first week of fall semester can be hectic. A lot of students trying to find their way, get to their classes, get in the mode of getting back into school, especially if they weren't here for the summer. You have a few tips for students, faculty, and staff to reduce stress upon your return to HCC. And from what I'm understanding, the first thing is don't get here late. Arrive early and take off the stress.
Absolutely. If you're not familiar with your particular campus, arriving about 15 minutes prior to the class allows you ample time to find parking because first day of class is always hectic, the first Monday and Tuesday. And the second is to find your classroom. You want to make sure and get to those areas that you want to be at, and also give you ample time to relax and prepare for the rest of your day.
And when you are getting to class, a lot of times we're in such a hassle. We grab the coffee or sandwich or whatever, grab your backpack, but you may forget to unlock your door, or another thing, I guess, would be securing your car to prevent anything from happening.
Absolutely. Especially as y'all mentioned, the heat. A lot of folks leave their windows cracked, on the sides and in the back, and they're so in a rush to get to their class that they forget that. So make sure you check and roll up all your windows and lock your doors. Thieves are looking for targets in parking lots, and what they're doing is they're just finding cars that are unlocked. And also, it's important that you take your keys with you. Two recent thefts that I'm aware of in the HCC area were because victims left their keys in their unlocked car. Everybody's using the remotes now. Everybody's got the push button start. So folks need to make sure and take their keys with them. And then finally, put all your valuables in your trunk, hide them, or better yet, if it's something that you do not need for school or for work after school, leave it at home. Keep those things in mind as you're going forward and preparing for your day and getting ready for class.
That's amazing, though. I guess in this day and age, people do leave their keys in the car. But is it just something they're doing out of habit, or they're just overextending the trust to everybody? I mean, to me, that sounds crazy, but I guess it's happening a lot more than you think.
Part of the issue is, as you said, people are in a big rush to get to work. The last couple of cases that I've worked that have been involved like that, people were in a rush to get into the office, or people were in a rush to get into class. And so they got their coffee, they got their handbag, they got their backpack, and they're taking off, and it didn't occur to them to look, because it's so ingrained of all the other things, and their cell phones as well. So be mindful as you're walking out of your vehicle and making sure you lock all your doors and windows. Just little things like that will go a long ways to keeping your vehicle and your property safe.
Now, the next tip is a great tip, especially if you go to the shopping mall like myself, maybe the Galleria, and you forget where you parked. Yes, it really happens. And you've got some tips for that as well.
Absolutely. When I travel internationally, I always take a photograph of where I'm parked at, either at Intercontinental Airport or Hobby Airport or wherever else I'm at. Take a photo of the surrounding areas that you're parked at, and then take a photo of your license plate number on your vehicle. In the event that you're unable to locate your vehicle, if you need assistance to find your car, those two things are going to help the officers that are assisting you. Many times people forget their license plate number, and that's understandable. But if you have it somewhere in your phone, it'll make it easier for us to assist you in locating your vehicle.
Yeah, I've had to do that myself, take a picture of the license plate, and it took me exactly a little over 3 years to memorize my license plate. I remember it now, but it's taken me for quite some time to do that. Situational awareness. You always, even on the news last night, I was watching video of a woman walking to her car, and police were looking for the suspect. The suspect walked up behind her, startled her, and was able to get away with her purse. But she was looking at her phone, distracted. Situational awareness is another strong thing I guess you're trying to get across.
Absolutely. I've been in law enforcement for over 30 years. And previously I worked at University of Houston, and students would be walking down the pathways with their nose in a book. Now it's technology. They've got their nose in their iPad or on their phone. And so it's really important that we pay attention to our immediate surroundings, not just for criminal cases or for criminal offenses, but watching out for traffic, just being aware of what's going on. Many of the time you've seen on YouTube or other videos, people falling down manholes because they're not paying attention or tripping over things. So also, when you're in a parking lot or in the street, watch out for other vehicles in the area, because they might be on their cell phone. They might not be paying attention. The other part of it is, watch out for those things as you're going about your tasks.
One thing I've noticed, especially through the magic of Facebook, because people posting about it, and it seems to be popping up a lot. I avoid going to ATMs at all costs. If I have to go to the bank, I go to the bank, then I come home, and I live in a gated complex here. What I've seen is, I've heard from friends who've had this happen. They go to the bank, then they just may stop off at a restaurant next door. Next thing you know, their windows are broken on their car, and they look at recordings and find out the vehicles have been following them, and they're all in, rental cars. Is this something you're seeing popping up? And what do you tell students about avoiding the ATMs and maybe going to class?
ATMs, high value stores like Burberry or some of these other places in the Galleria, people are constantly watching, and what they're looking for are victims. And so if they notice that you're not paying attention to your situational surroundings and what's going on around you, then you'll be targeted. So it's incredibly important that you pay attention to those things. And like we talked about earlier, securing your belongings, or better yet, myself personally, when I'm done shopping at the mall, I drive straight home and drop that stuff off.
Yeah.
Or I get dinner prior to, and then do my shopping. Something to avoid making myself a target, and then paying attention to my surroundings in the rear view and going around me, and just watching who's watching me.
Crazy story. A few years ago, I went to a coin shop to sell some coins. And later that night, was at a movie theater, and someone snuck under us. It was a nearly empty movie theater because it was during the pandemic. Someone snuck under us, went into my late wife's purse, and got her wallet out. They'd watched us at the coin store, thought we had the cash, which we didn't. We placed it in our home, followed us to our building, waited for us to leave, followed us to dinner, and then to the movie theater, where they were able to crawl up. And we found them on tape, found the people that were responsible. That's the only way this could have happened. It was such a bizarre situation, but I guess that happens more and more nowadays.
It happened to an acquaintance of mine. They went shopping at the Galleria, went to some high-end stores, and had $6,000 in cash, extremely expensive clothing items in their vehicle, and some other very valuable items. Firearms is for
Oh,
instance.
yeah.
And so these guys, they parked up, my friends parked up front and at a particular restaurant in the Galleria area, and the suspects let them sit there for about 10 minutes, came in, broke out the window of the car, knew which one to break out, and took off with all their stuff.
Wow.
I mean, and next thing you know, they're out $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 worth of stuff.
You really got to watch it these days. We've got about a minute and a half left, but maybe you can tell us your advice regarding personal property.
Okay, secure your backpack. I'm going to make this brief. Everything in your backpack or purse is extremely valuable. For instance, your laptop. It's not so much the value of the laptop itself, but all the work that you put into it, all your semester's worth of spreadsheets, things of that nature. You need to secure your property. Make sure, keep an eye on it, keep it secure, and make sure you've got serial numbers for us. If and when that unfortunately gets stolen, we can assist you in locating it.
Definitely so. Lieutenant Andrew Cruz with HCC's Police Department. I know you guys can reach you at 713-718-8888, and we will have that number and all the information in our social media post after the show. Thanks for seeing you. Good seeing you, Andrew. Take care of yourself.
Thank you so much, Todd. Have a great day. Bye now.
All right. All right, Joe, you've got a special guest, and, we're getting excited about the fall semester. I know you are at Central College. Maybe you can introduce your next guest and tell us what they have going on.
We absolutely can, Todd, and we are really excited about the fall semester. We're moving on to Tiffany Lane, the program director of HCC's Recreational Sports, and we want to welcome you back to the show, Tiffany. It's good to have you today.
Thanks, Joe. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. So I'm not sure if you know, but I have been a speed demon for a number of years in high school and college. I ran track and cross country. And I know that that's a sport that a lot of people are familiar with, but there's also something called recreational sports. Can you start by reminding us what exactly is recreational sports?
So recreational sports here at HCC involves a variety of program areas. So from fitness and wellness to intramural sports to esports and club sports. And so our club sports program is something that our students get to compete against other schools, colleges, and universities in the Houston area.
I love that. And I love that aspect of competition because that really just gets people adrenaline pumping, and it really keeps you healthy as well. So I know you have some plans in place for this upcoming semester, starting with Welcome Week as we welcome those students back onto the campus. Tell us a little bit about what you have planned for Welcome Week.
So for Welcome Week, across the system, our recreational sports specialists are going to engage with our students. They're going to promote their programs, any fitness classes that are going on, the intramural programs that we have going on. So during Welcome Week, that is what we're going to do. But as a whole, at collaborating with Student Life, we're going to also host an online virtual bingo event on Thursday of next week. And so at 6 p.m. And so we're looking forward to that, to engage our students, give away some great prizes and all those things, just to get the students connected to recreational sports in general.
Now, you had me at prizes. I love that, and I would definitely be taking part in those prizes. And bingo, that's one of my favorites too. What is your favorite thing about Welcome Back Week? Because I know it's always a good time for students. It's so much excitement going around on campus because people are excited to see everyone, especially back in person, since we haven't been having that in a number of years. So what is your favorite part about Welcome Week?
My favorite part of Welcome Week is just engaging with students, welcoming them on campus and seeing people's faces, seeing new faces, and just getting them connected to recreational sports, whether that's through club sports or on the system, on the campus level.
I love that. And speaking of club sports, there's tryouts, and we want to know what sports are included in this upcoming fall when it comes to tryouts.
What we have planned right now are for our soccer tryouts are taking place on August 26th for our men and women team. Our men's will try out at 9 a.m. on Saturday, August 26th, and our women are scheduled to try out at 11 a.m. on the same day. And then we have on September 1st, we're going to have our tennis team who's going to try out from at 10 o'clock, starting at 10, from 10 to 2, and on September 1st, and then September 1st later that evening, we're going to have basketball tryouts. So our women try out at 5:30 and our men try out at 7:30. And then the following week on September 8th, we have our flag football team tryouts.
Ooh, Tiffany, you guys are going to be busy.
Oh yeah, and I'm looking to add baseball and volleyball soon, so we're going to be
Come on
super
now.
busy.
Hey, look, we always love to stay booked and busy. All right.
Yes.
So when we talk about trying out, there's going to be leagues when we talk about this here. So can you tell us about the new IM leagues? What does that mean, and what does it consist of?
So IM Leagues is a engagement platform that our students will be able to create an account, and they'll get to see all of the activities and events that are hosted throughout the system by our rec sports staff and team members. So whether that is, again, a blood drive, CPR classes, involved in a recreational level, campus level leagues. And so that's what IM Leagues is. We're just a one platform where our students can go and say, I'm interested in rec sports, and they can come in and see what they have. They can register, and it just makes it a more streamlined process.
Now, Tiffany, what's like the most popular sport that you see a lot of the students looking forward to with recreational sports? What is the one that they really gravitate to?
So soccer, and then basketball. So those are our two biggest sports in regards to participation. And
awesome. So
yeah, we have a ton. We have 25 spots on our roster. We have like 75 students show up for that tryout, especially for our men's soccer team.
You guys are going to have a lot of people coming, and I know you're really excited about this upcoming season. So you have not only Welcome Back Week, you do have also your tryouts that are coming up. You have the system-wide initiatives. That's something that you guys also have coming up. Tell us, what are those, and why are those so important to incorporate with recreational sports?
So we want to make sure our students are getting a streamlined experience. And I know each campus has its own demographic and interest, but so with our system-wide initiatives, it's an opportunity for us to offer the same programming to our students, regardless of which campus they're attending. And so a couple of events that we have coming up is for our esports tournament. We're going to do an NBA 2K tournament. So the campus level will have their local competitions, and then we will take some of the top 2 to 3 people who at the campus level to then come compete on the district level to see who's going to be the district champion in NBA 2K. And that tournament, it will be September 15th. And so we're looking forward to that. We also have we're going to do breast cancer awareness. We're going to do Hispanic Heritage Month, where we're going to have salsa dance lessons. We're going to do domestic violence. So we're going to do self-defense classes. And so and we're going to also offer NFL fantasy challenges. So it's just those, and their International Education Week, we're going to expose students to different types of events and sports that are, internationally known.
So basically you're covering all areas.
Exactly. So our goal is to create inclusive and diverse programming. So we want our students, whether you are athletic or not, to still be engaged and understand that we also have social events like ice skating and paintball and things of that nature. So we can engage all students.
Now, I've already shared with you that I ran track and cross country. You have to tell me what you've done, because for you to be the director of this here, I know you are a sports fanatic.
So my sport of choice is basketball.
Ooh.
So, anything sports related, I am now really big on women's sports. And so, basketball is my number one sport, and followed by, softball, and then volleyball.
Now, in basketball, I love whenever it's championship season. So we need to know about the championships and club sports. Is that going to be something that you guys are incorporating as well?
Yeah, so we try to utilize our Instagram page a lot more to highlight our students. I have some work study students who are in sports journalism, so they are active in building our social media, and so we're going to highlight our students weekly, and so we can highlight our student of the week. We're going to have our scores on there and things of that nature. And last semester, we had 3 teams compete for the championship. And that was men's soccer and men and women's basketball. They all fell short in the championship tournament, but we had brought home second place trophies. And then we also had students who were recognized to their all tournament team. So we have a really great program, and we hope to continue those strong traditions.
Tiffany, I love everything that you guys are sharing with us right now. And when we talk about sports journalists, I'm a former journalist as well, Todd as well. So we love that, and we're definitely going to have to get them on the show so that they can share some of their communication skills with us and their journalism skills. That's going to be something that we really want to incorporate within this show as well too. And just sharing more about the sports genre here at HCC and recreational sports, you're going to have to get them on for us.
I agree, and that is something we definitely want to include in our marketing aspect and our student development piece as well.
Oh, this is perfect. So how can people contact you guys? Because this is going to be important for them to talk about those tryouts when those tryout dates are. How can they contact you?
So the best way to contact us is through our district-wide email, which is sports@hccs.edu.
Perfect. Okay, so we have all your information, Tiffany, and we will also be sharing that on our post after the show. We appreciate your time, and we thank you so much for joining us, Program Director again for HCC Recreational Sports. It was a pleasure having you.
Thanks for having me, and best wishes to everyone for the fall semester.
Absolutely. Todd, I know we are ready to get into the fall semester, and we have a lot of great things planned for the fall semester too.
We sure do. But, first, I'm really excited about getting some of these students on here. I think it's a great idea. So we can let our producer reach out to them. And I could see a sports segment on the show. I really think we've been trying to look at something like that for years. So this would be a perfect opportunity. Okay, fall registration. Yeah, definitely. So fall registration, you guys are having it across the district, especially at Central. And there's a $500 scholarship. Really, any student can win if you show up at the it's open in a drawing, but it's going to be at the campuses with the registration events this weekend. Support is always available this weekend during HCC's system-wide registration fairs. Students can help with courses, enrolling, financial aid, and other options to cover costs. It's really one-stop shopping. And you can enter to win a chance to win a $500 scholarship. They're 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Saturday, August the 19th on most HCC campuses. Joe, you guys have them on what campuses out there?
We have them on both Central Campus and South Campus. So we just had one this past weekend. We're going to have another one coming up this weekend. And we saw a lot of students. Yep. We're ready to welcome in some more smiling faces this coming weekend.
I have a feeling you'll see more this weekend because our students, they tend to wait to the last minute. I understand it. Everybody's waiting for payday. And so they're waiting for the last weekend. So check our post after the show for the locations and more information. And there's also a faculty exhibition happening as well, Joe.
Yeah, there really is. And I know a lot of people are excited about this too, because it is absolutely free. The exhibition of the work of faculty members around Worley is called Making Waves, Light and Color. It's going to be happening Monday, August 21st through October 13th. So you have a lot of time to go and check out this exhibition. And I know a lot of people are going to be doing so. I'm one of those people that will be there at that exhibition. It's going to be happening at the HCC West Loop Gallery. And like I mentioned, it's absolutely free. We're going to also have a post after the show for the link to register for this exhibition, Todd.
All right. We've got a boot camp coming up. HCC will host this virtual workshop for entrepreneurs to share strategies to promote inclusivity, diversity, and equal opportunities. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. Tuesday, August the 29th. It's a Zoom session, so you can attend. Check our post after the show. We'll have a link where you can register. And August is also Wellness Month as well, Joe.
Yeah, and we just finished talking about recreational sports, getting you guys really healthy and well. So HCC wants to remind all of us to prioritize holistic well-being across various aspects of life by focusing on self-care, healthy habits, and overall wellness while cultivating healthy lifestyles. This is really important. We want you to check out your HCC email for HCC talent and learning development for more ways that you can prioritize your wellness and your health. This is something that I do absolutely every day, Todd, because we definitely needed our physical health as well as our mental health.
I noticed if you keep the physical health up there, your mental health kind of follows, Nothing like a meditation when I'm out running,
Yes.
Especially in mornings like this one. We've got Gulf Coast Region Apprentice Summit happening. In fact, HCC will host the Gulf Coast Region Apprentice Summit 2023 at the West Houston Institute. It's said to be where exceptional talent and business growth converge. The summit is designed to cultivate a pipeline of skilled professionals. Make plans to attend now, November 13th through 15th at the West Houston Institute. Check our post after the show for more information and registration. And as we mentioned just a few moments ago, fall registration is happening, and you've got literally a week from Monday to get signed up for classes, Joe.
Yeah, we want people to come. Please come and register, because we want to make sure that we are offering all the great programs at HCC to you. And we're going to have so many people on staff to help you with registration. Like Todd mentioned, it is still open, and classes will begin very, very, very soon, with courses offered in person and online. There's online anytime, online on a schedule, hybrid courses, in-person, face-to-face courses with traditional meeting patterns. And this is going to be happening at various campus locations. And then there's also hybrid laboratory and studio courses. So we have something for everyone to fit your particular interest. Just please come out. Like we said earlier, we have that registration fair happening at Central and South this coming Saturday on the 19th from 9 a.m. to 1. And guess what? You get that $500 chance to win. Yeah. So you want to make sure you come out there, because we can put some extra money in your pocket if you are the lucky person to win this drawing. So we want everybody to come out there and check it out. You can learn more about HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover costs by visiting hccs.edu/apply. Todd, you can already see how excited I am about registration.
It's going to be a busy weekend. All hands on deck with these registration fairs. Hey, tomorrow, Sharday will be here, and she'll be talking about back to school for both parents and kids with encouragement and tips. And later this week, we'll feature HCC's translation and interpretation program. Joe, always good to see you. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Absolutely. I'm going to get out this suit so I can head back out there, because I'm not going out there in this suit with this heat that we have.
I know. Keep cool as you can. Thanks for being here, Joe. We'll see all of you again tomorrow. Sharday will be hosting. I'll be back on Friday, but we're live at 10 a.m. tomorrow with Up to the Minute.